Hi everybody, Katie the Crafty Blog Stalker here, and in today's episode we are going to be making this really cute wreath using red, white, and blue bandanas. It's super easy to make, so let's get started. So I'm going to pull up my Cricut Explorer. This is the only time we're going to be using the Cricut during this tutorial. To make our stars, I have got just some white glitter paper. Do you see that shimmer? Isn't that fun? Yay! Okay, so there's little tracks in here. So I'm gonna put that mat right up against or through those tracks as far as it'll go. Then I'm gonna push this blinking light, and that's gonna load my mat. And then when this light blinks, it's gonna be ready to cut. Okay, so this is the only thing that we are using our Cricut for today. We're just cutting some stars to use for our wreath. Since it's a patriotic wreath, we're doing red, white, and blue. I kind of thought it needed some stars to go along with it. So my Cricut is still cutting. I just took it out of the frame so you can't see it. So the other thing that we're going to need for our red, white, and blue wreath is some red, white, and blue bandanas. Now these aren't anything special. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think they were like $1 a piece, but you can also get them at the dollar store. Really, pretty much any store has these. So they're really inexpensive, and I have also linked to them on Amazon as well. I've got links to all the supplies that I've used on Amazon. So if you do want to do this craft, you can, I've got all the supplies and links for all of the supplies, so you don't have to go searching them down. Okay, so we've got our red, white, and blue bandanas. And then we will also need a 16-inch metal wreath form. These are also really pretty inexpensive, and I did see these at the dollar store as well. I had already bought mine at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them at the dollar store, although I think at the dollar store they're like the 14-inch ones, but that's totally okay. Really doesn't matter. Any wreath form will work. My little light is blinking there, so I'm going to hit that and it's going to kick my mat out. And now I'm done with my Cricut, so I'm just going to shut it. I cut out all my stars, and I'm just going to peel off. I've got this little spatula tool, and it's just going to take those off my sticky mat. Really easy. Too easy. I love the Cricut. So I'm done with my mat. My overly long mat, and I'm going to put my little cover sheet on here because I don't want any dust or glitter or anything like that to get on my mat. So I always keep my cover on it when it's not in use because that will help the life of my mat last longer. We are going to come to our red, white, and blue bandanas that I've got right here. I've got 6 of each, and we are going to start cutting these. So let's start with the red, and all we do is open them straight up, and you can see how there is like a fold line. That is where we are going to cut. It's just right along that fold line. Here we've got all of our cut bandanas. We started with 6 of each color. So we've got our red, our blue, and our white. 6 of each color, so now we have 12. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the blue. So I'm gonna move the red and the white out of the picture here. And we are just gonna take our halved bandanas, and then we are going to half them, fold them in half, and with the long side on the inside of the wreath, put the wreath on top, and then we're gonna grab those ends and tuck them into the fold right there. And then pull it tight. Okay, just like that. And we are going to do that now 12 times with all of our blue pieces of our bandana. So now we're going to come in and we are going to bring our red and white in. And this time, instead of doing a whole section at a time, which you could do if you wanted to, we are going to alternate. So I'm going to start with the red, but they go on the same exact way. And then I alternate. So now I'm going to use the white. And then as you go around, kind of push them together as well. Ta-da! Isn't that cute, guys? What do you think? I'm just gonna glue these stars on. Just wherever. No big rhyme or reason to it. And there is my wreath. Isn't it cute? Isn't this such a fun wreath? And it was so quick and easy to make. I want to thank you for joining me. While you're here, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. And you can always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everybody. Bye and happy crafting!